In December 2023, Archetype Entertainment introduced us to Exodus, a story-rich, narrative-focused, tactical combat RPG set in the far future, where time travel through the galaxy means you have to deal with the consequences of time dilation, a mechanic that could redefine decision-making in RPGs. And here's a small clip of what we saw.
To fight against the Celestials, humanity's greatest enemy.
This is it.
They found us. The Celestials hunted us down, using the gates. When you travel at light speed, time slows to a crawl. It was only days for me, but an entire lifetime passed for her.
Since then, I've been following the game's development closely, and there's quite a lot to unpack. So today I will do my best and try to overview the game as of today, and hopefully explain the game's narrative and what you can expect to see once it launches sometime in 2026. First, let's talk about who is behind the game. Exodus is being developed by Archetype Entertainment, a studio formed by ex-BioWare veterans, the very same minds responsible for the original Dragon Age, Baldur's Gate, and of course, Mass Effect, the very same game that has the most resemblance to Exodus itself. That alone should tell you that this game is serious about deep storytelling, incredible characters, and immersive worlds. Now, with Mass Effect's legacy looming large, it's no surprise that Exodus is already drawing comparisons to BioWare's iconic sci-fi trilogy. But rather than being just a spiritual successor, Exodus is introducing new mechanics and a fresh narrative that might push the genre quite a lot forward. In Exodus, players take the role of the Traveler, humanity's last hope after Earth has been left behind. You as the player will be venturing into an entirely new and dangerous galaxy where humanity is fighting for survival. Here we are the underdogs, we are not in charge, and there are many forces that can completely wipe us out, be it natural or not so much. One of the key themes of Exodus is time and its consequences. Space travel isn't just about jumping between planets or star systems. It's about understanding that every decision you make could have long-term ripple effects, not just for you or your companions, but the entire civilizations. Unlike Mass Effect, where time moves in a fixed, linear way and events basically wait for you, Exodus makes every decision feel far more urgent. While you might experience only days or weeks on a mission, years or even centuries could pass for those you leave behind. This means that civilizations could rise and fall, relationships might change, and wars could be won or lost, all without you. In Mass Effect, you shape the present, but in Exodus, time itself is your greatest challenge, making every single choice a leap into the unknown. So how will the game achieve this? Well, it's with the use of the most innovative feature, the previously mentioned time dilation, which should make it one of the most unique RPGs of the decade. Now you may be asking, what does this mean for gameplay? Let me break it down as best as I can. Generally, the science behind the game is based on the real world and how we understand it. Traveling at near light speeds means that time moves slower for you but moves at a normal rate for those that are left behind. This effect can also be felt at a minimal degree for astronauts on the ISS, where time is lagging behind approximately 0.01 seconds for every 12 Earth months that have passed. This effect can be exaggerated significantly near black holes or by moving at near light speed as previously mentioned. Now, imagine that you leave for a deep space mission with a promise to return to a colony that depends on you. When you come back, the people you knew might be old, their children might now be in charge, or worse, your absence may have led to their downfall. Another great example that I can think of is what if you make a decision to help an alien faction establish a new settlement. When you leave, they're just getting started, but when you return, hundreds of years might have passed for them. They could have built a thriving empire, or collapsed entirely based on the guidance you gave them before you left. When you return, they may see you as a hero or the villain. Your choices will determine what happens across the galaxy, but the outcomes are always shrouded in mystery and the unknown. Now, in most RPGs, you can always go back and fix things, but in Exodus, if you delay a mission, the consequences could be irreversible. A war you could have stopped might have already ended, a thriving colony might have perished, and relationships might never be the same. This adds a new layer of depth to decision making, making every single choice feel weighted and unpredictable. It's a mechanic that hasn't really been explored to this degree in many RPGs, and it's what makes Exodus so exciting. Now of course, no great RPG is complete without solid gameplay. Exodus features real-time tactical combat with a mix of futuristic weaponry and squad-based strategies. You will also find the typical RPG elements like skill trees, perks, armor sets, and so on. If you loved Mass Effect's blend of gunplay and powers, you'll likely feel right at home. The game also puts heavy emphasis on exploration, with diverse planets, hidden secrets, and various side quests that will likely change depending on the time dilation mechanic. And let's not forget the companions, another staple of BioWare-style RPGs. While we don't know much yet, it's expected that Exodus will have a cast of characters who will grow, evolve, all based on your choices. From what we've seen so far, Exodus is said to be visually stunning. From the trailers and art style shown on their website, the environments are detailed, character models are lifelike, and the cinematic presentation is top-notch. And speaking of top-notch, one of the biggest surprises for me personally is that Academy Award-winning actor Matthew McConaughey is part of the game. He voices Cece Orlep, a key character in the story, adding some serious Hollywood star power to the entire project. Let's not forget how he was the star of the smash hit movie Interstellar, where he personally had to deal with various instances of time dilation firsthand. But Archetype Entertainment isn't stopping at just the game. They're also expanding the universe with a tabletop RPG and a novel written by sci-fi author Peter F. Hamilton, Britain's best sci-fi author. On top of that, the developers are actively world building by sharing new concept art, short stories, descriptions of various eras, aliens, and a lot more. This transmedia approach means that there will be even more ways to immerse yourself in the world of Exodus before the game even launches, which in my opinion is the perfect way to introduce a new IP and build anticipation. The one thing that did sadden me is getting confirmation that the game is not planned to be available in 2025, but it's targeting a 2026 release. This means that we are still at least 1 year away from getting our hands on the game. But that actually might be a good thing. We want the devs to get this right. And judging from the lineup we have this year with GTA 6, Monster Hunter Wilds, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, the year is already pretty much packed with really good games. And 2026 so far is looking a bit dry. The question is, will Exodus live up to the hype and be the next-gen Mass Effect that we're all hoping for? Well, at least I'm hoping for. It certainly looks like it could be the case, and with a veteran development team, deep storytelling, unique mechanics, and a AAA production value, it's shaping up to be one of the most ambitious RPGs in recent years. But what do you think? Does Exodus have what it takes to fill that Mass Effect-shaped hole in our hearts? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe for more RPG content and gaming news. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.